Face and the North Star Volume 1 Review. When it comes to shonen manga from the 1980s, the two that will come to mind for many are JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Face and the North Star. For a while now, Viz Media have been giving JoJo new hardback releases, and now they're doing the same for Face and the North Star, which I'm here to take a look at it today. The story of the Face and the North Star is set in a world devastated by nuclear war. What's left of humanity fights over simple things like food and shelter, with a strong taking advantage of the poor at every turn. Our protagonist is Kin, a man left for dead by his best friend, and the wielder of the Hokuto Shinken martial art of assassination. Kin travels around the world after helping those he finds who are in trouble. Although he doesn't go looking for trouble, it usually finds its way to him, leaving him with no choice but to fight for the greater good, despite being an assassin. One day he's captured and meets a young man called Bat, who later joins him in his journey after Kin saved his life. This release of Face and the North Star includes roughly a volume and a half of the original Japanese releases, 13 chapters in all. This series is very Monster of the Week in its structure, with Kin and Bat traveling to different settlements and being embroiled in whatever bad thing is happening in defeating the evil. For a weekly Shonen Jump series, this structure isn't anything new, and admittedly even JoJo Bizarre Adventure follows it too, but I think a big problem here is that we don't really spend enough time to get to know Kin before falling into this. All we know is that he's an assassin who was betrayed by his friend, and although the later chapters do try to deal with this storyline, it's not really in a satisfactory manner. The chapters do deal with Kin's backstory are still Monster of the Week, but they're at least more interesting to read than what it comes before them. Having said that, if you're in the market for a series like this with epic and often ridiculous fight scenes and humor, then Face of the North Star will crush that itch for sure. This release from Viz is on the price side for €16 a volume, but it's certainly nice for existing fans. It's a hardback book with a few color pages, but instead of using a white glossy paper thrown out like the new Fullmetal Alchemist editions do, they use a more cream matte finish. It gives a release a slightly aged feeling, but I think that fits, given the era this manga is originally from. This manga story is written by Borenson with art by Tetsuo Hara. Both are experienced in creating manga, even back when this was first being released and thus humdrum in the finished product. My complaints about the structure of the story aside, it's hard to deny that the world is well thought out and the characters' motives are suitable compelling for what they are. In terms of the artwork, Hara doesn't always draw in a lot of backgrounds, instead opting for a focus on the fights and character profiles. These works are fine, since the battles are certainly what readers are coming for. Outro to be warned, and they can be quite graphic in terms of gore. As previously mentioned, Face of the North Star Volume 1 comes to the West thanks to Viz Media. It has been translated by Joey Yamasaki. I'm not sure if this is a new translation compared to the previous English editions, but either way, it reads well with no issues to note. Volume 2 is due out in September. Overall, existing fans of Face and the North Star will have a blast with these new releases. However, newcomers may find themselves put off by the structure of the story, and the high price point is likely to further put them off. 7 over 10.